The street lights are bleeding through the glass, gold on the dashboard, watching minutes pass. The wipers hum a rhythm I used to know, a steady pulse while the world moves slow. My apartment's waiting with the lights turned low, just the ferns and the shadows and the radio. And I'm finding peace in the static, a little bit of magic in the mundane. Yeah, the silence feels cinematic when you're dancing with the rain. Oh, it's a velvet kind of evening, wrapped in amber, deep and green. I'm finally catching my breathing in the spaces in between. Introspective, fluid and free, just the soul, the jazz in me. There's a letter on the table I'll never send, a story with a middle but no real end. The tea is gone cold, but the heart stayed warm, safe in the eye of this gentle storm. Unexpected chords in a minor key, that's the only way to describe this version of me. It's the warmth within the wood. I wouldn't change the lonely, even if I could. No, I wouldn't if I Earthy tones, forest green and sepia, just me, just me. Just me. The tea is cold, the kettle's quiet now, just the shadow of the ferns against the wall. I'm tracing lines of where we used to be before the summer learned how to fall. The streetlights shimmer through the window pane in shades of amber and a deep indigo. I'm finding beauty in the empty space, watching the way the heavy curtains flow. It's a velvet kind of silence, sophisticated ache, just a never told. A little bit of jazz, a little bit of blue, filtering the light till I'm over you. Yeah, the rain is just a rhythm for the soul. In this sun-drenched room, I'm finally whole. I stack the records by the fireplace, letting the brass and the woodwind speak. There's a freedom in the slow motion pace, a quiet power in being weak. The plants are reaching for a ghost of light, green leaves glowing in the sepia haze. I'm learning how to breathe inside the night and navigate the silver threaded maze. Unexpected change is fluid and free. I'm shifting the focus back to me. No more chasing, no more why. Just the neon bleeding from the sky. Filtering the light till I'm over you. Yeah, the rain is just a rhythm for the soul. In this sun-drenched room, I'm finally whole. Amber and indigo, just a rainy drive in my mind, stay in the warmth. The rain is tracing patterns on the pane, a velvet quiet drowning out the day. I'm watching shadows dance across the floor, between the plants and the half-open door. The city's humming in a minor key, but in this room it's only you and me. Or maybe just the ghost of how it felt before the golden hour started to melt. And the light catches the corner of the frame, a sepia tint on a forgotten name. Caught in the glow of the amber glass, watching the minutes and the memories pass. It's a bit of warmth, the sophisticated ache. How much of this beauty can one heart take? Introspective, painted in orange and green, the loveliest sorrow I've ever seen. The coffee's cold, the record's at the end, the kind of silence that feels like a friend. I'm journaling the spaces in between, the things I said and what I really mean. There's a shimmer in the way the air moves here, complex and fluid, then suddenly clear. past. It's a bit of warmth, a sophisticated ache. How much of this beauty can one heart take? Introspective, painted in orange and green, the loveliest sorrow I've ever seen. In the amber, just a dim lit dream. The street lights blur in a velvet hue, counting the miles back home to you. Wipers rhythmic, a steady beat against the pulse of the city heat. My dashboard glows a soft amber light, chasing the shadows of a restless night. The air is heavy, the mood is slow. Nowhere left for the mind to go, just the scent of the rain on the clay and the ghost of the words we didn't say. Oh, cedar and sage, turning the leaf, burning the page. It's a bittersweet fragrance of holy ground, where the lost and the lonely finally get found. In the wood, in the smoke, in the green and the gray, I'm finding my peace in the cedar and sage. Under forest vines, sun-drenched windows and tangled lines. I'm watering roots in a quiet room, waiting for the quietest parts to bloom. It's a complicated kind of grace to find a sanctuary in an empty space. Light through the blinds like a golden comb, brushing the dust off a broken home. Unexpected shifts, the change in the key. I'm finally becoming who I'm meant to be. I'm finally free. Oh, cedar and sage, turning the leaf, burning the page. It's a bittersweet fragrance of holy ground, where the lost and the lonely finally get found. In the wood and the smoke, in the green and the gray, I'm finding my peace in the cedar and sage. Cedar and sage, just breathe out. Cedar and sage, just breathe. Cedar and sage out. Cedar and sage, just breathe. tracing lines on the floor. I don't recognize this silence anymore. The monster's reaching for a ghost of a sun, and I'm just a girl with nowhere to run. Terracotta pots holding secrets in the clay, watching the night bleed into the day. It's a heavy kind of hollowed, a hollow kind of sweet. The coffee's getting colder while I'm finding my feet. Oh, it's a terracotta morning, wrapped in velvet, bathed in rust. Everything I was is settling like dust. Introspective rhythm, a jazz-fused ache. How many heartbeats does a morning take? Just me in the shadows, finding the groove in a house where the walls don't want to move. Raindrops drumming on the fire escape, giving not loneliness a tangible shape. Complex chords for a simple kind of blue. I'm digging through the crates for a version of you, but the needle just skips on the parts where we lied. I'm a garden in the basement, growing inside. Ebony, ivory, forest green, the prettiest sadness I've ever seen. Unexpected changes, a shimmer in the air. I'm breathing in the orange, I'm almost there. Does a morning take? Just me and the shadows, finding the groove, fading out in the clay, in the warmth. Coffee rings on the hardwood floor. Dust motes dancing toward the door. The kettle hums a low-key blues while I'm still tangled in the news of you. The rain is tapping on the glass, watching all the shadows pass. But inside here the air is gold, a story that doesn't need to be told. Caught in the glow of linen sunlight, wrapping around my tired skin. Sweet tea and secrets in the twilight, wondering where the day begins. It's a velvet kind of morning, even when the sky is gray. Just a soft and sudden warning that I'm gonna be okay. Seventh chords and a Rhodes piano, in a soft soprano. The ferns are reaching for the light. After such a heavy night, there's a groove inside the silence now. I'm finally breaking every vow to keep the windows tightly shut. I'm finding what is, not what's not. Deep breaths. Feel the grain of the wood, the fusion of the then and now. The why is fading into how. Fluid motions, earthy tones. Finally feel it in my bones. Caught in the glow of linen sunlight, wrapping around my tired skin. Sweet tea and secrets in the twilight, wondering where the day begins. It's a velvet kind of morning, even when the sky is gray. Just a soft and sudden warning that I'm gonna be okay. Linen sunlight, sepia dreams. It's warmer than it creak on the morning light. Dust motes dancing, escaping the night. You left the ceramic one chipped at the base, a hollow reminder in this quiet space. I'm tracing the patterns of shadows on walls, waiting for echoes in empty halls. The soil is thirsty, the leaves turning brown, just like the silence you left in this town. It's a heavy weight for a handle so thin to hold all the love that we used to live in. Oh, I'm holding the watering can, trying to follow the ghost of a plan. One drop for the ivy, two for the fern, waiting for lessons I've yet to learn. It's a slow motion rain in a room painted green, nurturing pieces of what could have been. The monster is reaching for windows up high, searching for pieces of the different sky. I talk to the lilies like they're listening to me, explaining the why, and they used to be my hands are steady, but my heart is a leak. The water is cold and the kitchen is weak. Tending to things that can't talk back, filling the holes in the heart-shaped cracks. If I keep them alive, does a part of you stay? Or am I just washing the memories away? pieces of what could have been. Just a little more water, keep the green from the gray. I'm still here, even if you walked away. Sepia and dust. I'm tracing the lines where the shadows float in a language of silence and trust. My monsters have grown into furniture now, to shapes in the corner of my eye. I'm learning to breathe and I'm learning how to let the day quietly die. And the plants lean in to hear the rain, sipping on a silver light. I'm untying every knot of pain before I step into the night. It's the golden hour habits that keep me whole, the velvet way the sunlight touches my soul. A little bit of jazz, a little bit of tea, a version of myself I'm finally glad to be. Introspective, electric and deep. A promise that I'm actually gonna keep. Dimly lit corners and forest green dreams. I'm a mosaic of everything I've lost, but the cracks look like gold in these honey beams, and I'm finally over the cost. Shift the gear, let the rainy drive start. Neon reflecting in a puddle of chrome. I'm the architect of my own heart, and I'm finally driving it home. Fluid and earthy, the texture of time slipping through fingers like sand. No longer a mountain I'm forced to climb, just a song I can understand. I'm finally glad to be. Introspective, electric and deep. A promise that I'm actually gonna keep. Golden habits, sun-drenched and quiet. Just me and the plants in the sepia light. milky blues. Dusk motes dancing in the amber hues. I'm tangled in the linen, a soft retreat, while the city's heart starts to find its beat. But I'm staying under where the shadows fold, in a quiet story that's never been told. Gravity's a lover today. Let the world just drift away, waking up slow like honey on a spoon, finding my rhythm in the afternoon. No rush to the finish, no race to the light, just me and the echoes of a velvet night. In this green leaf sanctuary, I'm finally home, waking up slow, let the melody roam. The ferns are reaching for the silver rain, washing the static from a tired brain. I've been running on high, burning the wick. Now I'm finding the soul in the rhythmic click of the clock on the wall, perfectly out of time, turning my silence into something sublime. I'm finding my power in this empty space. It's a jazz-fueled fusion of the heart and mind, leaving the noise and the hurry behind, so far behind. Waking up slow like honey on a spoon, finding my rhythm in the afternoon. No rush to the finish, no race to the light, just me and the echoes of a velvet night. In this green leaf sanctuary, I'm finally home, waking up slow, slowly now, slowly now, slowly now. Just a little more time, stay right here. Gold light leaning on the hardwood floor, tracing shadows from the half-open door. I'm watching diamonds dance in the air, weightless secrets that nobody's there to hear. The kettle's humming a low, steady drone in this garden of green that I've grown alone. Just me and the monster, a drink in the light, holding on to the ghost of a Saturday night. Oh, we're just dust motes drifting in G-flat, spinning in a sunbeam. Imagine that, little sparks of maybe and used to be, floating through the silence of this empty tea. Sophisticated, warm, a velvet kind of blue, finding peace in the space that belonged to you. rain starts tapping on the glass outside. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide from the shimmer of the fender, the electric hum, counting every heartbeat like a muted drum. Coffee's getting cold, but the mood is just right. Sepia memories in the middle of a light. I'm a slow burn candle in a forest of jade, watching how the sharpest edges start to fade. Oh, we're just dust motes drifting in G-flat, spinning in a sunbeam. Imagine that. Little sparks of maybe and used to be, floating through the silence of this empty, sophisticated warmth, a velvet kind of blue, finding peace in the space that belongs to you. Lifetime of jazz in a seasonal glance. G flat major, let the resolution stay. Watch the gold turn to a soft smoky gray. Just moves, just light. Kettles whistling a minor key, while the shadows dance across the floor and me. I've been holding on to words like heavy stones, building cathedrals just to feel alone. But the jade plant's leaning toward the glass, watching all the city sirens pass. I'm uncurling every finger one by one. The race is over and nobody won. Exhale the smoke of the day, let the velvet gray wash it all away. Wash it all away. I'm just making some breathing room, clearing out the ghosts inside this hollow tomb. A little space for the light to bend, where the beginning meets the end. No more echoes, no more gloom, just me and the quiet in my breathing room. The record spinning on a dusty groove. I'm finally finding how it feels to move without a hand upon my weary back, finding colors in the deepest black. Coffee's cold, but the heart is getting warm. There's a strange kind of safety in the storm. I used to fear the silence in the hall. Now I'm learning how to love it all. It's not empty, it's just open. It's the healing, not the broken. I'm stretching out my soul, finally feeling whole. where the incense leaves a spark. Four walls breathing in the forest shade of green. The quietest riot that I've ever seen. I'm tracing patterns in the dust upon the shelf, learning how to be a stranger to myself. And the world outside is blurred in charcoal gray, but in here the neon amber starts to play. Behind the saffron curtains, the light turns gold. A story in the creases, a secret left untold. It's a velvet kind of lonely, a sophisticated ache, watching how the heavy morning starts to break. In the glow and the flow and the amber haze, filtering the rhythm of my tired days. Oh, racing down the glass like silver veins, washing out the static, soothing all the strains. I got my records and a tea-stained memory. Jazz fusion drifting like a ghost through the debris. It's not about the moving, it's the sitting still. The way the sunlight climbs the windowsill. Shift the key, change the view, finding something vintage, finding something new. Unexpected chords in a minor soul, the fragments of the evening, finally making me whole. Is cold against my temple skin, watching where the city ends and the dark begins. 30,000 feet above the mess we made, in this little pressurized corner of the shade. I got my headphones on, but the music's slow, just the hum of the turbines and the steady flow of thoughts I couldn't catch when I was on the ground. Funny how the silence makes such a heavy sound. And I'm leaning into the light in the window seat halfway through the night. The world's a blur of orange and velvet green, living in the spaces right in between. I'm finding my my soul in the altitude. Just a little bit of grace and a lot of solitude. Ooh, in the window seat, just drifting, yeah. Down there, the clocks are ticking way too loud, but up here, I'm just a shadow on a silver cloud. No one needs a piece of me, no one's at the door. I don't have to be the girl I was an hour before. Raindrops racing streaks across the pane, washing out the static, rinsing out the strain. I'm a passenger to my own heartbeat now. Finally letting go, I finally figured how. And I'm leaning into the light in the window seat, halfway through the night. The world's a blur of orange and velvet green, living in the spaces right in between. Yeah, I'm finding my soul in the altitude. Just a little bit of grace and a lot of solitude. Apartment in a different sky. It's the why did I stay and the why did I try, but the fusion's working, the colors are deep. I'm finally awake while the whole world's asleep. Just drifting, deep forest greens, sipping a dream. Dancing on the monster of leaves. The city's humming quiet, just the wind through the eaves. I'm tracing circles in the steam of my tea, between the woman I was and the one I'm gonna be. The oak floor creaks like an old French sigh, while the violet clouds bruise the evening sky. It's a heavy kind of hollow, a beautiful weight, like a secret kept just a minute too late. I'm listening to the silence, let it settle in deep, where the ghost of our laughter used to sleep. Oh, I'm the oak, and you're the echo in the hall, still hearing your shadow lean against the wall. It's a bittersweet shiver, a sophisticated ache in this sun-drenched fever. I'm wide awake, velvet and earthy, the truth starts to bloom in the sophisticated warmth of an empty room. Coffee stains and dogged pages of prose, that's how the story of a season goes. I don't mind the rain, it's a rhythmic grace, cleaning the corners of this sacred space. The fusion of the was and the yet to come, beat of my heart like a dampened drum. It's a spiral, it's a vine climbing up the trellis of this life of mine. I'm grounded in the grain, I'm soaring in the sound, losing my ego just to see what I found. Yeah, I'm the oak, and you're the echo in the hall, still hearing your shadow lean against this sun-drenched fever, I'm wide awake. Velvet and earthy, the truth starts to bloom in the sophisticated warmth of an empty room. Deep orange, forest green, the prettiest ghost I've ever seen. The tea is cold, the steam is ghost, dancing around the things we never say the most. There's motes drifting in a shaft of amber light. We've traded all our thunder for the quiet of the night. You're reading on the sofa, I'm humming in the hall. Just the sound of shadows leaning up against the wall. No more sharp edges, no more desperate reach. Just the lessons that the evening came to teach. It's heavy, it's holy, in this honey silence, thick and sweet, where the rhythm of our breathing finally meets. It's a golden kind of heavy, it's a velvet kind of deep, a promise that we're finally meant to keep. Oh, just let the world go quiet, wrapped in honeyed silence. Outside the window, the rain begins to bloom, cooling down the corners of this sun-drenched room. I used to fear the empty, I used to chase the sound, but I found the solid earth when you put the talking down. Plants reaching for the water, my heart reaching for the calm. The stillness of your presence is a slow release bomb. It's not the absence of the word, it's the presence of the felt, where the ice begins to break and the ego starts to melt. The liquid gold dripping slow. Silence, thick and sweet, where the rhythm of our breathing finally meets. Shadows dancing on the gallery wall. I'm tracing circles with my heels tonight, between the street lamps and the kitchen light. The cedar's cold, but the air is thick. The clock is ticking with the velvet click. I'm stripped of armor, stripped of the chase, just a ghost moving through this space. No more heels to hold me tall, no more echoes against the wall. Just the grain beneath my skin, finding where the real begins. Barefoot on hardwood, grounded and free. The wood remembers the roots of the tree. And I'm just a woman leaning on time, softening edges, losing the rhyme. The hum of the fridge in the city's low moan. I'm finally perfectly home. Monster is leaning in the corner shade, counting the promises that I never made. The fusion's playing on a lo-fi beat. I feel the rhythm through the soles of my feet. Unexpected chords, a shift in the key, like the way you used to look at me. But the ache is beautiful, the ache is gold. In a room this warm, I can't feel cold. Yes, the way the floorboards sigh is the truth I found when I put my feet down. Barefoot on hardwood, grounded and free. The wood remembers the roots of the tree. And I'm just a woman leaning on time, softening edges, losing the rhyme. In the hum of the fridge in the city's low moan. I'm finally perfectly home. Just the grain, just the rain. Barefoot, stay a while. Kettle hums a low-key blues, while the sky is painting violet hues. Bare feet on the hardwood, cold and gray, chasing the ghosts of yesterday. I'm watching the steam begin to rise, a slow motion dance for tired eyes. Just me and the monster by the glass, waiting for the heavy clouds to pass. Ooh, let it simmer. The world is loud, but here it's still. A quiet vow, a steady will. I'm pouring grace into the porcelain, letting the soft light settle in. Morning tea, meditation, a liquid kind of liberation. No phones, no noise, just the brew in the bone. Finding a kingdom all of my own. Warmth in my palms, soul on the mend in this amber glow. I'm my own best friend, stirring in a little bit of honey and peace, watching the attention find its release. The city is waking, I hear the first train, but I'm still drifting on a rhythmic rain. Deep forest greens and sepia dreams. Nothing is ever as hard as it seems when the scent of jasmine fills the air, and I'm finally fully standing there. Deep breath in. Let the warmth travel down. This moment is enough. Morning tea, meditation, a liquid kind of liberation. No phones, no noise, just a brew in the bone. Finding a kingdom all of my own. Warmth in my palms, soul on the mend in this amber glow. I'm my own best friend. Just a sip of soul. Keep the world outside the door. I don't need much more. The frost is retreating from the window pane, tracing silver lines through the April rain. I've been holding my breath in a winter coat, with 1,000 words stuck in my throat. But the radiator hums a low sweet song, where the shadows grow lean and the light grows long. And the ice in my chest starts to hairline crack. No more looking over my back. It's a slow surrender, a soft release. Finding the rhythm, finding the peace. It's a quiet thought, a gentle bloom, stretching out across this empty room like golden honey on a porcelain floor. I don't have to fight the cold no more. Just a mellow burn, a steady glow, watching the last of the winter go. My monster leaves are leaning toward the glass, counting the minutes as the streetcars pass. I'm brewing the tea and I'm letting it steep. The promises I finally intend to keep. No more jagged edges, no more bitter wind. Just the place where the soul and the light begin. Unexpected how the warmth moves in, sinking deep beneath the layers of my skin. It isn't a fire, it isn't a flood, just a shift in the season, a shift in the blood, a shift in the blood. Gentle bloom stretching out across this empty room like golden honey on a porcelain floor. I don't have to fight the cold no more. Just a mellow burn, a steady glow, watching the last of the winter go. The ice is gone. I'm breathing again in the sepia light, in the forest. The tea has gone cold on the sill. The shadows are long and the city is still. Watching the monster lean toward the light, searching for reasons to make it through the night. I'm peeling back layers I thought were my skin, letting the cool evening air settle in. It's a quiet collision of who I was and becoming, a soft inner rhythm, a steady low humming. I'm unfolding like a letter found late, releasing the breath I've been taught to hold back. Soft as the sepia, steady as faith, finding the colors in every small crack. It's messy, it's velvet, it's honest, it's gold. Watching the story of me finally unfold. Street lights are blurring through glass, watching the ghosts of my old worries pass. My apartment is breathing in forest and moss, counting the gains in the wake of the lost. Complexity feels like a silk-threaded cord. I'm finally speaking without any sword. Ooh, let it spill, let it break, let it flow. There's a power in moving this beautifully slow. It's the shimmer of rain on a dark, empty street, where the soul and the sidewalk finally meet. In the breath I've been taught to hold back. Soft as a sepia, steady as fate, finding the colors in every small crack. It's messy, it's velvet, it's honest, it's gold. Watching the story of me finally unfold. Just a soul in the garden, just a heart in the rain, unfolding. Climbing up the brick and bone, a quiet kingdom that I call my own. The tea is cold, the sun is slipping low, watching how the shadows learn to grow. You're the water, I'm the velvet leaf, a silent language, a sweet relief. In the faucet's dripping rhythm in the sink, giving me the space to finally think. Between the roots and the rising tide, nowhere left for us to hide. Like a fern in a fountain, we survive the dark. A little bit of spirit, a little bit of spark. You keep flowing, I'll keep reaching high. Underneath this amber-colored sky, oh, it's a living thing, the peace that the evening brings in. streetlights blur to gold. Stories at the windshield wipers told. The city's humming, but we're out of range. Wrapped in a comfort that'll never change. I'm anchored down, you're moving fast. A perfect balance built to last. That